Scientists are once again tempting their fate, and perhaps the fate of all humanity, like they do with their terrifying experiments. This time, they're attempting to unlock the secrets of a 300-year-old mermaid mummy in Japan. Yeah, that's right, it's the mummy of a mermaid. These are just facts, people, indisputable scientific facts. And if you're saying, wow, that doesn't really look like a mermaid to me, I'm picturing more like Ariel from that Disney movie or something, that's because you're a Westerner. And I'm talking about the kind of mermaid that used to show up a lot in Japanese history. Not folklore, history. Again, people, just facts. You see, in Japan, people know all about a human fish creature with the mouth of a monkey called a ningyo, or ningyo. Not sure how to pronounce it perfectly, but it's that, meaning very roughly a fish person. A fish person that will bring misfortune and storms to any fisherman who is unfortunate enough to catch one. Back in the late 500s, early 600s, there was this fisherman who sailed into waters he shouldn't have, and he was transformed into perhaps the very first ningyo. Again, people, these are just facts. And so after he suffered this terrible fate of becoming a ningyo, he called upon Prince Shotoku to absolve him of his sins and to build a temple to display his remains so that anyone who looked upon his hideous form would be forced to stop and think, wow, I'm sure glad I'm not a ningyo. My life is indeed pretty good. That's a rough translation of the story, but that's basically it. So, the remains of that same ningyo was found in a box containing a note claiming the item had been caught in a fishing net in the Pacific Ocean at some point between 1736 and 1741. It was passed down through a family until it was eventually acquired by the Tenshou-Kyousha shrine, according to KCP International, where it's been on display for 4 decades. And now, according to the UK's Independent, a very factual scientific outlet, the mermaid mummy has been sent for a CT scan at the Veterinary Hospital of Kurashiki University of Science and the Arts. The scientists will also analyze the antiseptic treatment used to preserve the mummy in such good condition, as well as carry out a DNA study to determine what the mermaid might be made from, thus unlocking its secrets. So now for the obvious questions. When they do unlock the mermaid mummy's secrets, will they open a portal, unleashing 1,000 years of misfortune and storms upon the whole planet? Could be. Portals are scientific, you know. Or will they find out that, it's probably the head of a baby monkey sewn onto a big fish, probably sometime around the early 1700s, when they used to make those things to exhibit at carnival sideshows, like P.T. Barnum and whatnot. Who's to say, really? Could go either way. But this is science, people, so we will get to the bottom of the facts definitively, one way or another. The results of the study are due in the fall, so stay tuned. And in the meantime, if you see a storm brewing out over the sea, maybe run for high land, just in case.